Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little get ready with me video. I thought I'd start off like this just because no one needs to see my naked face at the beginning of a video, do they? So I thought I'd just chat you through the products that I'm using at the moment, my kind of like everyday, my favourites, the things that I love putting on. Without further ado, here's me putting my makeup on. I hope you enjoy. Hello, jump scare, sorry. This is what I actually look like. Let's put some makeup on. I think I should put my base on before I actually start talking, otherwise I know this video is never gonna start. So to begin with, I use the Vitamin Enriched Face Base by Bobbi Brown. I love this. I used to be a user of the Hydrating Face Cream, but this is so much better. It's a primer and a moisturiser, and it actually keeps my makeup on longer. Not to mention the packaging. She's super cute. So obviously elephant in the room is, well, it's not the elephant in the room, but if I don't talk about it now, I think I'm gonna feel insecure for the rest of the video. I have bad skin. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. There are bigger things to worry about in the world, but I think because obviously I look like this online, it's worth talking about, otherwise I'm gonna feel insecure. Why do I feel insecure? Why does it matter? It doesn't, realistically. But I have a compulsive skin picking disorder called dermatillomania, so I pick at everything when I'm anxious and when I'm stressed and when I'm sad. It's a lot worse. I'm coming out of like a bit of a hormonal cycle at the moment, so I've got these like big painful actual spots, but the rest, were they spots? I don't know. That's the whole thing about it. But yeah, we're gonna go through and we're gonna try and make myself look a little more presentable. I don't know what accent that was. It is currently, it's 1 o'clock, but I'm putting my makeup on for the rest of the day. I'm going to Chelmsford tonight because it was my mum's birthday 2 days ago and it's my dad's birthday today. So we are all going for dinner because they live down that way. So I'm gonna go down there and we're gonna go have some dinner and have a little celebrate. I'm using Estee Lauder Double Wear in Ivory Nude 1N1, and I start by popping that over my eyelids just to give me like a nice base. This is a super high coverage foundation. I always yo-yo back to it because it's just the one that suits my skin the most, but it's so expensive, so I only ever buy it when I feel like I absolutely need like a little bit of an extra push on my self-esteem. But it is really, really good for like an eye base as well, even when like my skin's not too bad and I still have that product left over, just because the coverage of it is so brilliant that it's just perfect. Then this product is really messy, but I normally have makeup on my fingers when I'm using it, so this is the Nars Light Reflecting Setting Powder. This looks really daunting to begin with because it's literally a white brick. I think the particles in it, this is what the girl on the Nars counter told me anyway. She's actually like my friend now because I go in there and I chat to her quite a lot. But she's so smart with all of her, like she knows everything. So this is verbatim from what she has told me. She has told me that the particles in this are so fine that it's kind of like a polar bear's fur. You know how a polar bear's fur is actually see-through, but because there's so much of it, it's so dense, it looks white. That's what this is like, apparently. But this is no doubt the best setting powder I've ever found. I used to use the Laura Mercier loose powder, but I actually found that creased up around my eyes. Where is, oh, it's already out. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you've already heard me talk about this. The Collection Clear Mascara. This one is a little bit not very clear because I've had it for more than a week. This kind of gets gross really quickly, but it doesn't matter. £2.50 and it holds my brows in place literally all day. It is the best eyebrow product I've ever found. I think I'm going to be talking a lot about how these products affect my skin because that is a big part of my makeup routine and why I pick certain products. But this doesn't break out my eyebrows because I've tried some really good eyebrow products, but because they are so thick and the hold is so like she beholden, that it actually gets into my eyebrow pores and then I'll get like really painful eyebrow spots above my eyebrows. I just think it's not worth it. If I'm spending more money on a product and it's breaking me out, like what's the point in that? But obviously because I've put my foundation on before, the wand gets a little bit gross, which then goes back into the tube, which then makes it not so much a clear mascara anymore, but a a cloudy mascara. You win some, you dim some, don't you? So after doing that, my face base has sunk in a little bit more. This one is also a product that I probably should have given a wipe because it looks a lot better when it's brand new. That packaging, so pretty. It's the Revolution Illuminate and Glow, and I put 2 pumps of that on my skin, and then I will grab a brush. I think this is a buffing brush. This is the Lottie London one. I love Lottie London as a brand, but this product, look, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to tell, but it's so glowy, and it adds just such like a nice base underneath my foundation, because obviously the foundations that I use are such high coverage that it's quite good to have something that's like a little bit glowy underneath, just so that my face doesn't look like completely flat. Another thing I love about this product is that it smells amazing. When Alex used to work from home, he used to do all of his stuff in the living room. I'd be putting my makeup in during the day, and then I would like let all my base set in, go and make a coffee, bring him one through. Literally every day he'd be like, oh my god, you smell like holiday. And I'd be like, yeah, I do. And it's because it's this stuff. It smells like, I want to say mango, pineapple. It's like tropical, but not, a little bit sun creamy, but not sun cream. So obviously there's no coverage in that glowy product, but I feel like it does tone down the redness in my skin a little bit as well. That could be a placebo effect, I don't know. But so then for brows, I use the Brow This Way Fill Sculpt Eyebrow Definer by Rimmel. I really like this in the blonde shade, just because I used to really like a dark brow, but it's just a nice ashy tone, I think. Is this what ashy is? I don't know. I feel like I sound silly when I try and pretend I know what I'm talking about, and I'm always worried about getting things wrong. So basically, I'm just gonna underline my brow and fill in the sparse bits, because I kind of want it staying quite like fluffy up the top. Kind of moved away from like a fluffy brow thing because I feel like I overdid it a little bit. Obviously not natural, because I don't think natural is ever what I'm going for. Like, I've got peach hair, like I don't look natural. And then I'm gonna kind of leave these bits and fill those in with another product, but just to get like the base kind of shape of my brows. This is the best thing I've found. Then for these bits, I'm gonna blend that a little bit with my finger so that it doesn't look so harsh. And then I use the Glossier Brow Flick in the shade Brown, and then just in there, just as if it's like little bits of hairs. Not my best work, but definitely not my worst. I have had some absolute, oh, that one's not come good, is it? I've had some absolute shockers of brow phases. I'll pop a couple of pictures here. Yeah, we've come far, Then I'm gonna go in with concealer. I'm currently switching between concealers. I really like the Nars creamy concealer, radiant creamy concealer, but this one is running low. So I also have the Lottie London Got It Covered enriched with vitamin E, and that one is the shade Porcelain, and that one is the shade Vanilla. I'm gonna try and get some product out of this one. I'm really hoping there's like a phase in my life coming where I'm just like, my skin is my skin, it doesn't matter, and I can just kind of like embrace low coverage, but just right now I just don't feel like I can. That's a bit of growth for the future. We don't have to deal with everything at once. And do you know what, actually, there's a plane going over the top, you're gonna be able to hear that, sorry. But just for the sake of showing, like, I really like the way this concealer pats in with the fingertips. Something Olivia, who works on the Nars counter, also told me is that Nars is all like supposed to be put on with your fingers. That's like how the products were made in mind. So I feel like after it's been on my face and the product has warmed up a little bit, it actually does pat in really nicely with my fingers. I'm then gonna go in with the double wear again, and I'm gonna dot that across my face, just because I feel like if I go straight in with a brush or a beauty blender, then it all just kind of concentrates in one spot, and then after a couple of hours of wear it starts to look a little bit claggy. If I Dalmatian it across my face to begin with, then it feels like it spreads out a little bit more. I'm not sure if that's technique or placebo effect, but I feel like I've noticed it. So, and my bracelet's really annoying everyone when I'm jangling like this, because it's kind of therapeutic for me. It's like white noise, silver noise. At least I find myself funny. Now I'm gonna go in with that again, and that same eyeshadow brush. I only use this for this powder, just because I don't ever want to get this dirty. I always want to have a brush to hand that I can set my makeup with, and I'll go all under my eyes. Another thing about this powder is because the bits in it, the particles in it are so fine, it doesn't crease under my eyes. I don't know if I've just got like especially creasy eyes or I've been using bad product, but I get such bad creasing under my eyes and like in my smile lines. And that's quite nice because that means I smile a lot, but also I hate going to the bathroom in the middle of the day and being like, your makeup does not look good, girl. So I feel like I'm on a bit of a mission to get like an everyday makeup routine down. One that doesn't break the bank, because I don't really want to be spending too much on makeup. Like, makeup is definitely a hobby for me, so I'm willing to spend money on it, but I don't want to be spending hundreds of pounds on makeup every month. Now that my base is set, I'm gonna go in and try and contour. I am so bad at contouring. Every time I FaceTime my mum, she's like, what's going on with your face? And I'm like, well, I tried something. And she's like, maybe we try a bit harder. She doesn't say that, but I am using this old Real Techniques brush and this Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer. This is in the shade Tawny, and I got it at TK Maxx. And it had never been opened or swatched before I got it, and that's why I was like, yeah, I'm buying this. But this actually broke, so the bronzer comes out, but this is brilliant for when I'm like doing eyeliner looks, because it's like a sturdy mirror that I can really grip onto. And a lot of the other mirrors I have in palettes are just a bit crap. And I'm gonna go underneath my chin. See, this is also where I struggle, because my skin is like, my problem zones are my cheeks. Putting contour on, it doesn't highlight, because obviously it's a contour, but it does kind of draw attention to the fact that that's where my problem zone is with my skin. I'm gonna try and not bring it all the way into my cheek, but it doesn't look like I've actually done what I said I was going to do. Blend it upwards, try and create some kind of shape over my face. I feel like I can see a difference, but I feel like I brought it down a little bit too low. Ideally, I would have that a little bit higher. Might go better on this side of the face, and I can just walk around with lopsided cheeks all day. You win some, you dim some, truly. I don't know where or when I started saying you win some, you dim some, but I went to my friends the other day and they have like a whole wall of like A4 paper, and if you go around their house you have to write who you are, a fun fact about you, and your saying. And I couldn't figure out like what my saying was, and all of my friends were like, your saying is you win some, you dim some. So like, my friends say that I say it a lot, but I don't know where it came from. I don't know if I've stolen it off anyone, but there's something that's inherently just really funny about you win some, you dim some, because no one expects you to say it. No one expects you for that to come out of your mouth. And I like saying things that are just like, not shocking in like a, oh my god, clutch my pearls kind of way, but shocking in a kind of like, is she for real? What did she just say? I like that. So like, if I was asking someone to pass me a piece of paper, can I have a slice of paper please? Because it's not wrong. A slice of paper is not wrong, but it's obviously, it's not what it's called. And I know that's so like, I'm quirky, but it's just a nice way for me to get a little kick out of living. Do you know what I mean? It's nice to find joy in the little things, isn't it? I would love to sit here and say that I'm not actually this pale in real life, but I really am. I am a pale girl, but I'm too, that's not blended either, but I'm too afraid to use fake tan, because I just know with my luck, it wouldn't go well. Like, it wouldn't. Because I miss that phase. Like, obviously I was born in Essex, I grew up there, but like, I missed the phase of my life where everyone was like getting into their Essexy tans. And I feel like that's kind of put me back a little bit, because now I don't know how to apply fake tan and I'm too afraid to. I should have had my coming of age Essex girl fake tan era, and I didn't. And that, it's really hard for me, and it's really good to talk about. Anyway, on to eyeliner. My favorite part of the day. I'm just gonna go with black eyeliner today, because it's nice to start off simple, and it's nice to show you guys who I am, because I have been a black eyeliner girl since, what, 2008? It's a way of life. I'm currently using the Vieve Power Ink eyeliner. This was sent to me on PR, but this, quite possibly one of my favourite eyeliners I've ever used. Tip on it isn't like a felt tip, it's like lots of little hairs, I do believe, I think. And before this, I was using the Stila eyeliner, and this is really good, very like inky black, but that one is a felt tip pen, and I don't like it as much as this one. I don't think I'm going to be able to talk whilst I'm doing this, and you're all probably like, oh my god, yay, she's shutting up for a second. Basically, I'll start with this eye, because this is the eye that normally goes right, and I'm going to follow my lash line down and wing it out a little bit. But if you can see, when I relax my eyes, I've got like quite a, it's not hooded, but like this bit is quite, she comes down, like normally my eyebrows are raised, and I wish that's how my eyebrows looked and how my eyelid looked, but it's just not. So I do have to draw in like a little step into my eyeliner, just so that it all kind of lines up when my face is relaxed. You'll see what I mean. So I think that's the general shape of the flick that I'm going for. If I close that eye, you can kind of see that there is a step up. So I'm going to join the bit that goes into my eyelid to my actual eyelid and colour that in. And then I don't really like to go too far over, oh, I thought I just got, I don't like to go too far in with the black over the side of my eye, just because I think with my eye shape it doesn't really work. Sometimes I feel like I can pull it off, but that, I've just got to be, it's got to be a really good day. I've got to have had a coffee before I've done my makeup. I think that's as good as I'm going to be getting on that eye today. I will do more eyeliner videos, but I feel like today just wasn't going to be the day for it. So that's why I'm only doing a little black wing. I think that's as even as it's gonna get. Realistically, it doesn't matter, does it? No one's going to be looking at my eyes and be like, they're uneven. That's really embarrassing for her. No one cares. No one cares about what I look like. Then I take this little flat brush, and I don't know where I got this from. It just says large shader brush on it. I go in with my contour shade, and after I've done my eyeliner, I will try and contour my nose. Spoiler alert, this never goes well. So I just try and make it look a little bit slimmer down the bottom. I think my problem is blending. I think I'm too impatient to blend everything every day. So I do tend to have a lot of lines, especially like, look, that's not blend. Oh no, that one's a spot. So I think that looks all right in real life, but on camera it does look a little bit harsher. So I will get a big fluffy brush and kind of soften that up a little bit. I feel like that just doesn't look good on camera, but it does look kind of okay in real life. Say it with me, girls, you'll win some, you bloody well dim some, don't you? So for mascara at the moment, I'm currently yo-yoing between the Maybelline Lash Sky High Sensational? Yeah, Sky High and the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This one spreads my lashes out really, really well. And then this one kind of adds a lot more product on, and that brush looks like that. Also with this brush, because it's so thin, it's really good for like getting into the corner lashes and like really lifting those as well. So that is after just one coat of mascara, and I'm just gonna go through and thicken them up ever so slightly. And then with my bottom ones, I find that anytime I'm trying to do that, it just goes wrong with me. So just like a little wiggle is all we need, just enough for some product to go actually on the lashes. That'll do. But like, you can see the difference, and that's literally just like 2 coats of mascara. That's not too bad. So when it comes to lips, I'm not really much of a lips girl. I wish I was a girl that could have perfect, amazing, gorgeous lips, but I'm just not. I put all the effort into my eyes, and then my lips is always second best. I'm currently going through tiny little mini Nars one. I got this free because I went to a masterclass with Nars. This is a satin lipstick in the shade Rosecliff, and it's just so dinky. It's so tiny. So just a little. I really like this colour. I feel like it's just my lips but better. Look at that, that looks natural, that looks nice. But because we know I'm not a fan of natural, I then go in with the MAC gel lipstick, and this is like a gold shimmer. I saw this and I was like, you're coming home with me, because it's just lush. But like I said, I'm not really a lips girl, so these lipsticks, they will come out with me, they will be in my pocket or in my bag. But will I reapply during the day? I will not. I just can't do it. I wish I could be that kind of girl, but I'm just not. And then freckles, and I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. No, glitter. So current favourite glitter is the MAC Dazzle Shadow Liquid. This is in Not Afraid to Sparkle, and it's like, I put it on the back of my hand. Can you see that? It's just a glitter gel really, but I really like the colours of the glitter in this, and I'm just gonna go in my inner corner. It just adds a little something, doesn't it? And then for freckles, my favourite, it's not my favourite, close second to eyeliner, I use the Lottie London freckle tint. This little tube is a delight. It has been such a welcome addition to my everyday routine. So I pop freckles over my nose, just like so. I'll probably do one half of my nose first and then pat it in, just because otherwise it looks a little bit too much. Me saying something is too much, goodness gracious. I do have a bad habit of over freckling, and it does look a bit like, even when they're patted out, sometimes I just put too much on. So I'm just going for just a a light speckle today. And then something that brings me a lot of joy is that I actually do have a freckle here, but obviously with the amount of foundation I wear, you can't see it. So I paint it back on, but I like to do it as a little heart. It makes me feel good. I think that's a finished look, and I actually think that I'm slightly happy with it. Slightly happy with it. No, I would feel good going to work wearing this, and that's kind of the bar that we're setting, do you know what I mean? So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something about the products I use. If you have any suggestions, I would really like to hear them. Anything, just any alternatives to the makeup that I've used. I'm always looking for a different high coverage foundation that is also long wearing, that's not gonna break me out. So if you've got anything, I would really like to not be spending £40 on a foundation every month. Every little helps, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next week. Bye. Is the camera cover up really lame, or do we kind of like it at the end? Because I feel like that's a thing from when I used to do YouTube, but it's just like, it feels natural to me. I think I kind of love it. Okay, thanks, see you later, bye.